Alright guys, so we're here in Tampa, Florida, at the Tampa Pro show. So today's prejudging. About to head inside real quick right now. Check it out. Unfortunately, they won't let us video inside, so I'm gonna try to get content of what I can, but probably not gonna be able to get backstage like I wanted to initially. But you know, I'm gonna try to bring you guys as much as I can so you can kind of see how this weekend unfolds. All right, so we're gonna head on inside. You guys stay tuned. I'm trying to get you some content of what goes on today. All right. Alright guys, so we just got done prejudging. Couldn't really get a lot of footage from inside, obviously, since they're doing a live stream. So I'm gonna try to put some content there once I get a chance. But the top two is looking like Kara and my boy Keone to be top two. As of right now, I think Keone will probably end up pulling off the win, most likely, the way it's looking right now. But we just wrapped up prejudging, so finals will be in about 2-3 hours. So we'll probably grab a bite to eat, and then we'll come back later and try to see if we can, witness the finals and see if we can get him the final product, the first place win. So right now, we're gonna grab a bite to eat, and then we'll probably head back later and get some footage if we can. If not, then I'll try to supplement as much as I can into the actual video later on. But we're not letting us video backstage, so unfortunately I don't have any content of that. But I'll try to get what I can from you guys, all right? So you guys stay tuned as always, and I'll check in with you guys later, all right? I have a two-part question, one for Brandon and one for you, Flex. Flex, actually, I think I first met you in 07, South Carolina State. I believe you were just getting ready to go pro, you guessed pro. That was my very first show ever. And from that point on forward, you were kind of the one that kind of like wanted me to turn pro. After seeing you, I had never seen calves that big in my life, to be honest. But I really remember that was the first thing that stood out to me. But anyway, my question to you was, after winning so many 212 titles, do you regret not going to the Open? I know you and Neil were actually training for that, and I think you pulled out because he couldn't make it from the UK to the States because of the pandemic or whatnot. Do you regret not making that step just to see what you would look like in the Open class?
Zero regret.
Really?
No one. My goal was to be the best ever in the 212 class, and that's what I want to leave that legacy. Not once did I ever think about moving to any other class. Because that was my goal, was to win, be the champion, win and defend, and then when I had that extra strategy, then I focused on the open class. I don't know what Mexican board put out the fact that he was some rumor started couldn't do the open class because of COVID. That wasn't the case whatsoever. For me, it was I literally had issues with digestion all my career. And I literally, from the moment I stepped up on the stage, I could have, would have, should have competed in 2019. I didn't. I decided to, sit from the sidelines to put extra size on.
Yeah.
Coach, when we spoke about it, he said I could do it. I decided I wanted to put an extra size on, and I would have played to my strength side here. That's no shot at Brandon Curry. That's the year that Brandon won.
Yeah.
But I would have brought conditioning. That was my forte. But I wanted to add that extra size with conditioning, and then I had all digestive issues. And literally for 2 years, every day, month, week after week, month after month, just all that food. I hired gut specialists. I had all kinds of endoscopies, and all my doctors, all these people I work with, all basically said, "You're good to go, Chan. Slap on the ass out the door. You're healthy." Nobody could give me an answer. But I woke up every single day and it was nauseous. And it was very hard for me to focus on this goal and this dream of mine to do, basically be champ in 2 divisions.
Yeah.
I have, Conor McGregor coming from a similar part of the world. For me, was a champ in MMA, and that's a guy and that's an inspiration I seen, and I wanted to be the first ever champion. Unfortunately, it never happened. But as soon as my mind shifted onto other endeavors, it is what it is. I honestly thought it was God trying to test me. I put all my work in day after day, and Neil will attest to this. I spent an absolute fortune on trying to stay in the game. Absolute fortune. It was misery, it was. But I wanted to do it so bad. And the moment that retirement popped into my head, it's over. It truly is. Once you have that thought, never in all my career, all the injuries, all the muscle tears and strains and everything, did I ever think about retirement. It was just a hurdle I have to overcome. I've gone through so much shit, as every one of these athletes do. But again, nobody cares. It's just they want to see one on stage. I've done it. But the moment that popped into my head, I knew, and it just festered and festered. And then I said to myself, all right, I'm going to tell myself that this might be an option. And I lived with it for 3 months before telling the world. So I woke up every day. I went to the gym, hoping that feeling would go. I spoke to obviously coach. I spoke to my circle of people. Nobody that would be loose-lipped. Them tried and tested. They knew. My training partners, they were actually, when I told my training partners, they got physically upset because they seen how big I had got up to at one point in time, when they were like, "No, you can do this." I was like, "I know I can do this, but my body's telling me something else." And then I just said, "You know what? In the end, this is not meant to be." And then when that door closed, all these other doors opened. So I truly believe, that it was God testing me, and as soon as I said it was not to be, then it was just another path I had to live for, But I know in my heart of hearts I've done everything. I truly know that I put out the work in. The food was horrendous. I was force-feeding food down me. I had to do it for the 212, so it wasn't like it was, anything different back then. It was just a lot more fucking food. I'd wake up and it's like, oh my God, did I eat 6 hours ago? And then, when you start blending your chicken breast and rice, and you're blending your steak and rice, then you're going down a path that of no return. Yeah.
That's your place.
Yeah.
So I went to visit Flex, and I go to his bathroom, and there's a blender in the bathroom. So I asked Flex, why is there a blender in the bathroom? And because I did my chicken and my rice, so in the morning I don't want to wake up the kid back then. So I blend up the chicken in the bathroom, so it doesn't make any noise, so I don't wake up the baby back then.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, you really had trouble eating the chicken, huh? So that's a true story.
Yeah, but it is what it is, and I know my heart of hearts, I've done it, so I can't say that, had I tried this thing and this thing. Even to this day, some people say, oh, maybe you have this. It's like, yo, bro, I tried everything. I blew into things, I pissed in cups, I shit in cups, I fucking, I've done blood work, I've done things in my mouth, everything, while still focusing on trying to be the best bodybuilder in the world. So I know I can step back and go, that's it, it was it, and I have no regrets. Truly, not a single regret, and I don't even have it in my heart to even come back on stage. because that's a chapter that I truly exhausted my life into. Like when I say exhausted my life, I give fucking everything. And now I have a family, I've got a 3-month-old, so, you know, I had my daughter through that, all that process. I was able to achieve so much through using and looking at her as my motivation to go through the hardest of preps. You know, going in, sucking in into the 212. I know everybody has their stories up there, but, you know, just getting up in the morning to make that 212 pass, I had to have talk to myself. Putting on my shoes to get out the door, I was like, what you want this shit? What you want this shit? And then I go for a ball and I start my day. Nobody knows about all them stories and stuff like that, but that's what getting in shape is all about. That's the Olympia top level, and there's levels to everything in life, right? But to be number one, you've got to push yourself through the hardest of preps, the toughest of days, sacrifice so much stuff away from families. And I know maybe a lot of you in this room might not want to hear that, but as I said, there's levels. There's NPC entry level, there's state level, there's pro level, there's top 15, there's top 5, and then there's number 1. How much you want it is up to you, and I wanted it more than anything in my life. And now I got other things that I want to achieve in my life more than, you know, the bodybuilding stage. But I left everything on stage for this sport. I can say that I love this sport to this day, but not enough to be blending chicken breasts anymore.
Right?